Got a side hustle?
Do you need one? Keep watching, and we got a couple of ideas that could help you out.
Hi, this is Marriage and Family Matters. I'm Sonia, and this is my husband, Brennan. Today, we'll be talking to you about ways you can boost your income.
Yeah, or the side hustle. If you're on a debt-free journey like we are, and if you've been watching, we're on the last leg of our debt-free journey. At some point during your journey, you've come across, or at least thought about the idea of how to bring in more income, so that you can pay off your debt, or so that you can take care of a need that you have. And so today we're going to talk about a couple of ideas, how you can boost your income, as well as how we boosted our income when we were going through, and as we are still going through our debt-free journey. And I guess we'll talk about our first experience with our side hustle, and then we'll talk about some ideas that we have for you guys, so that you guys can maybe implement some of these ideas and maybe bring a little bit more cash into the household. So Sweetie, you want to go ahead and jump right into it?
Yeah, so our side hustle started with me, actually. I do graphic design on the side. It's kind of a hobby and a passion for me, so I do some freelance.
I don't think it's a hobby. You actually went to school for graphic design.
Well, yeah.
So it's a skill set that she has. I don't want to say it's a hobby. She actually went to school for it. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, in order to bring in some extra income, I sought out opportunities through people I know and using Craiglists, and I can't remember what other means, to get clientele where I could do logos or just different print pieces, and even eventually websites and website maintenance work in order to bring in some additional income. We started to build clientele pretty quickly, and so we were able to actually bring in some nice additional income that helped us to be able to move a lot faster in our debt-free journey.
And that income also allowed us to avoid a lot of Murphy's pitfalls. Because we had that extra income coming in, when we had an issue with Murphy, when he came knocking at the door, we had the ability to count on that extra income, that clientele that was paying us for the website design work, the other graphic design work coming in. We were able to rely on that and stave off some of the I guess the situations that Murphy presented to us. So that was one of our side hustles, mainly my wife's side hustles.
So I would say, graphic design may not be your thing, but if there's something that you're good at or you have a special skill set in, then make use of that. If that's not something you do full time, but it could be something you manage on the side, that is another opportunity for you to be able to bring some additional income in.
Exactly. I don't have the creative capabilities that my wife has when it comes to the websites and creating logos and printed graphics. So I had to look for a way for myself, for me to bring in additional income. And for me, that was by selling things. We had a good bit, at least I had a good bit of gym equipment, as well as some other things that I found that I could sell to bring in additional income. And so I did that. And it's gotten to the point where, if I go down to my in-laws' house and I know they have a lot of stuff, I'll ask them if they're using it. If not, then I'll take it and I'll sell it and bring in additional income. Just to give you an example, I had a garage gym. I had a full cage, weightlifting cage. I had a PowerTech weightlifting bench that was a multi-press. I had, up to 400 pounds in plates to go on my bench. I had some dumbbells. I had a dip station. I had some other things that I sold and brought in a good bit of income. And we used that income for whatever purposes we needed it for. And we could have put that towards debt, or we could have put that towards paying the bill, or purchasing something that we needed for our household, and not having to take that money out of our income that was coming in. So that was my way of, my little side hustle and the stuff that I still do. If I can find something to sell, I'm selling.
Yes, he will.
Letgo and Offerup are some apps that you could use.
Yes, use it at Letgo and Offerup. Make it really easy to sell things. So if you've just take an inventory of your home, if there's things that are actually worth something but that you're not making good use out of, whether it's clothing, furniture, decor items, jewelry, you can sell almost anything on between those two apps and even
Craigslist.
on Craigslist and also Facebook Marketplace. You can also sell things there as well. So in other words, just there's another opportunity for you to just get rid of things without having to do like a whole yard sale and put all the work into what it takes to do that. To sell it through these apps, you just take a few pictures and post it.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off again, but like my wife said, go take inventory of what you have. A good rule of thumb: if you hadn't used it in a year, then you probably won't use it. So if you hadn't used some of these items that you have in a year, you hadn't looked at it in a year, let's say, a lot of people purchase these appliances, household small appliances, juicers and stuff like that, and they use it for, especially during the beginning of the year, New Year's resolution and stuff, they use it for 3 months, and after 3 months they don't use it again. That might be something you want to sell. And believe it or not, people like us, when we're shopping for Christmas, we're looking for these gently used items that you can you can repurpose. You can use it again, or you can re-gift it. So look at some of those things and begin selling things. You'll be surprised how much you can make by reselling things that you've used, and you'll be surprised at the the amount of individuals out there in the marketplace that are willing to pay for your gently used items.
Yep.
Okay, so another. I thought she was going to say something, so I didn't want to interrupt. Oh, go ahead.
So I was just gonna say, so those are things that you can physically do to bring in income, or where you can actually physically bring income into your home. Another one of our ideas doesn't mean you actually have to go out and do anything or do any physical activity necessarily to boost your income, but I'll let my husband tell you how we're able to add some buffer in our income by doing this.
Yeah, so if you've heard of extreme couponing, this sort of follows those guidelines, right? So you may not go out and bring in any physical income, but what you're doing is preventing income from going out. So I call it being a home economist. So if you can manage your finances at home, meaning reduce the amount of income that you bring into your house, if you can reduce that amount going out towards bills or your basic necessities, that's almost like a side hustle. That's almost like bringing in extra income because you're reducing the money that's going out. So one of the ways that in which I've started to do this, and my wife is getting into this too, is by looking for ways to save on our daily expenses, whether it's gas, whether it's food, or our electricity bills, or just our utilities. And with it being Christmas time, definitely Christmas, right? So the way we do this, and the way I've been doing this now, especially during the Christmas time, is using apps and blogs like the Crazy Coupon Lady. If you haven't heard of her, I will encourage you to YouTube it or Google it. The lady, or whoever produces that site, it is something to marvel. If you download the app, I would encourage you after Christmas to delete it, because the deals are so good, you're going to want to keep... It can cause you to overspend, so you got to really monitor. But using that app and using her site, you can find a lot of good deals, not only in gifts, but like your basic necessities: toothpaste, toothbrush, food, a lot that I see, detergent, diapers, stuff like that if you got a kid or a big family. She explains how you can get these items for less and sometimes earn money by purchasing the way she purchases. This may include having to submit rebates and stuff like that, or shop at specific stores. But if you're not brand loyal, then this would be a good way to reduce the income that you have coming into your house, to reduce it going out. Did I say that right?
Well, you just fixed it.
Oh, okay. So another thing that you could use, or another site that you can use, is Southern Savers. Southern Savers is similar to the Crazy Coupon Lady, and they give you step-by-step instructions on how to obtain a lot of the items that you need at a reduced cost. One of the ways that we reduce the income that we have from going out, did I say that again right? Okay, is we look in our grocery budget. So we shop at a place called Restaurant Depot. It's almost like a BJ's and a Sam's for restaurants. And we found a back door into using this store. They have them in about 48 states. They are located mainly near the airports because they bring in fresh food. But we use this store to go purchase a lot of our meat and our other items that we can purchase in bulk. And just to give you an example, we go and we typically get our boneless, skinless chicken breasts from there, and we get 40 pounds of chicken breasts for sometimes between 30 and 40 bucks, depending on what season we go in. And this meat lasts us for 3 months or so. I mean, we eat on this meat, and we'll put it in the deep freezer, put it in a Ziploc bag and freeze it. But when we go to Walmart, if we buy a family pack of boneless, skinless chicken breasts, we're paying like 12 to 15 bucks.
Oh, yeah, for one pack, I think, of 8 breasts.
Yeah, of 8 breasts, where we can go get 40 pounds for 30 bucks, sometimes 40 bucks. Well, I think that's a win for us, and we're saving. We're not spending a whole lot of our income on our food because we're able to do this. So taking advantage of stores and sites like that is another way in which you could sort of keep your income in your household. Some other ideas that I've had friends do, and some things that I've done. There's sites or an app called Wegolook. It's almost like you're an insurance adjuster. You go take photos of cars that have been in accidents or of accident scenes, and for every completed session that you do, you get paid 20 bucks. And if you live in a very metro area, when you sign up for these sites, you'll get an alert when there's they call it a look that you can do in your area. And you just reply to it saying that you're going to do it. You go out there, you take the pictures, you submit it to Wegolook, and within a week or two, they will add money to your PayPal account or to your bank account. Another thing that you can do that a lot of people are doing that's taken off like crazy is Uber and Lyft. Yeah. If you got some spare time, you got a nice reliable vehicle, you can go sign up for one of these jobs or side hustles, and you can go earn some extra income in your passive time. In your time, if you're driving home from work, and you can turn on your Lyft or your Uber sign, and maybe somebody will contact you for this going in your direction, and that way you're not going out of your way to go pick somebody up, but you're going in that general direction anyway. You can earn an extra 20 bucks in doing so. So that's some things that you can think about. Also, you can always cut grass. You can always go become a pizza delivery guy like Dave, says in his show all the time. You can go earn $1,000 a month by just delivering pizzas, 3 to 5 nights a week. So guys, again, if you're in this debt-free journey, there's going to come a time when you're going to want some additional income. And we will encourage you to strongly consider picking up a side hustle. I mean, a side hustle is the new norm. Everybody has one, so get one.
Yeah, and keep it simple, guys. You don't have to make this hard or difficult. There's something that fits everyone's lifestyle. Yeah. So just like we said, there's not necessarily a hustle that you have to do work. There could just be a hustle of finding a deal and spending less money. And so find what works for you and make it work. Make your money work. Yeah.
I can't say it any better myself. And so, guys, hopefully this talk on side hustles has been helpful for you. If it has been, please click the like button or leave a comment. If you're not a subscriber yet, please subscribe. We would love to have you in our corner and giving us motivation to develop more videos.
And we'll try to list some of our things that we just mentioned and a couple of other ideas in our below our video in the description area, so you'll be able to know how to spell and find the different apps that we mentioned. Yeah. Well, this has been Marriage and Family Matters, where marriage and family does matter.
It does, guys. And so until next time, keep watching.